Hello. So I wanted to record another quick video because I've had lots of amazing support and some lovely messages, people saying how they can completely relate to how I was feeling completely overwhelmed, and it was like craft overwhelm. And I thought maybe I'd make a quick video about how I'm trying to get over that. And one of the things that I'd realised had happened is that I had lots of visual clutter, and this is my conservatory and I sort of craft in here quite a lot, but I'd sort of dumped a load of stuff in here and also starting seeds. So in order to get over some of this feeling of overwhelm, I just need some easy wins, tick a few things off the list so I can actually get back to wanting to hand spin and wanting to knit. And I do actually feel like I want to now, and I've just realised that you can see this hanging down, and this is some of my hand spun that I was spinning the other day when I was doing a worsted spin, and it's been sat drying in here ever since I did that video really. So I think that needs to go into a cake, and I've got other bits of hand spun sort of hanging up there. They're dry now, but they were bits and bobs that were on the bobbins. So really I'm just trying to kind of declutter, get organised. And I'm going to show you, hang on, let's turn this around. So yeah, so the table is full of mending, and there's I have this silk top, and had some silk to mend it with. Obviously not the same colour, so it's definitely visual mending, and that's all piled up, and I've got sort of bits of dirt all over the place from where I've been doing the seeds. So today I'm going to make this presentable again, and it also needs seriously sorting out the walls because we have the wood gets stacked up against, let's see, the wood gets stacked up against there, and it went a bit mouldy in the winter, so it needs completely redoing. And yeah, so this room just needs a bit of a tidy up, and you can come along as I tidy my space. So I've just stopped a minute, and if you're in the UK, you've probably seen this stuff being advertised, Purdy and Figg counter cleaner. And I tried it at Christmas because I always used to make my own cleaning products, and really over the last few years, particularly when I became Andrew's full-time caregiver, I just don't really have the time to do those things. And so I thought I'd give it a whirl. I'm highly impressed, and it's really easy to use, it's really effective, and I'm actually going to leave an affiliate link in the description below. And I think it gives you some money off, and I think I get a small commission as well if you link it. Pretty sure it's only available in the UK, but oh, I've got something in the bottle. But yeah, so a quick plug. If you like simple cleaning products, and this is really simple, you get like a bottle of solution, you just top it up with water, and you can have it on a subscription, and I get 3 different scents every 3 months, and I find that it lasts me for 3 months, and I do my kitchen tops with it, I do the bathroom with it, I'm going to do the tables, I'm going to do these, I'm going to do the windows, I pretty much do everything with it, and I love it. So I just thought I'd stop and say that's a kind of quick advert. I mean, not sponsored, Purdy and Figg. If you'd like to sponsor these videos, then that would be fantastic. But I don't actually normally make videos about doing your housework. Maybe I'm going to. Maybe that's my new thing. Anyway, let's get on. So as I was just doing this process, I was thinking, what's the difference between clutter and home decor? Because I do like to have bits and pieces around, and I'm just sort of rebuilding the corner decoration and changing it a little bit, and it's pieces I've picked up off the beach. It's my old teapot with a plant in, and Bisto tin, which I don't know, probably got from a car boot sale or something. And yeah, so it's nice to have these things because they're homely and comforting, but also they could be a bit visually cluttering, and I think that's not always great for my state of mind and for other people's states of minds. I realise I am not the only person that gets overwhelmed and kind of feels overwhelmed by stuff. And I definitely do get this feeling where I've just got too much stuff. But equally, I don't particularly like a very minimalist, kind of stark environment. I like to have things around me that spark memories. So yeah, I don't think I have the answer for that. But anyway, I'm just rebuilding this, so I'll just show you sort of the bits and pieces that I've got for that. So the idea of this is that it's sort of it's a bit like it's a seashore. So I've got driftwood, and shells, and that sort of came off a beach somewhere. And so none of this was expensive in any way. I mean, obviously at one point I bought the teapot, but I smashed the lid and couldn't find the right size, so I just put a plant in there. And this little lamp, that came from a charity shop. I think it was £4. What's that going to be in the US? About $6, I think. So yeah, I just sort of rebuild the beach, the faux beach. There you go, I'm quite happy with that. Well, I definitely feel a bit better for having cleared some space, and just my whole brain just feels less cluttered. And I've still got my decorative bits behind me. Yeah, I think I have every spider in Pembrokeshire has kind of made cobwebs in here over the last couple of months. And because this is just kind of tacked onto the end of the house, it doesn't have proper heating, it does get a little bit kind of spidery, and we've had a problem with mould on the walls before, so it's a little bit damp in here. But in the summer it's such a lovely space, and we actually put a canopy, you can't see that, can you? Anyway, I've got a sort of canopy above just to shade it, and I'm still squinting because it's so bright in here. But yeah, so that was good. So next job, sort out these. And I feel like I'm kind of getting back into the rhythm of wanting to actually make some videos about spinning. So that is good. And if you're really observant, it's been quite a long gap since I've made a spinning video. I've made some dyeing videos, I've made some vlog style videos, and it really has not been about fibre arts. And I just really wasn't feeling it. And yeah, I guess we all get a bit like that sometimes, and so you just have to find strategies to kind of get yourself back in that creative flow, because you know, I love it, and I love making videos for you about fibre arts, but I'm definitely gonna just put these into cakes. Am I going to put these into cakes? You know what, I'm not going to put these into cakes. I'm going to put them away, and then I will do something with them at some point, but not at this point. I think, yeah, I do want to knit this one up, because I'm going to do it. This is a worsted spun yarn, so I want to knit this up and do a comparison with a woolen spun yarn, but not today. So I have also been up to some other things, so in a moment I shall show you what I've been up to, and not crafting at all, but yeah. Give me a couple of minutes, I'll turn the camera around and show you what I've been up to. So that there is Barrabrith, or literal translation, spotted bread, which is a tea loaf, and it's just straight up the oven. And oh my goodness, such wonderful comfort food when just feeling a bit like I don't want to do anything. Then make myself cake. Yum! But it needs to cool first, and then you slice it and put a bit of butter on it. If you want, you don't have to, obviously. So there you go. Right, so that is a good job done. Another thing ticked off the list. So always helps. So the other thing that always helps is actually achieving some things, and I sent out the newsletter, which I was really pleased to do, and I've also think I've worked out how to communicate the vintage knitting pattern that I wanted to share with you all, and it's really simple. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but I'm just going to upload it to Ravelry, and I scanned one in. It wasn't the one that I was kind of planning, but it was only got 4 pages, so I thought, well, I'll try that one. So I scanned it in, uploaded it to Ravelry. Yeah, it worked brilliantly. Honestly, yeah, I try to complicate my life sometimes. I really do. And just keep it simple, I think, is the answer. But it's a bit blustery out there. I think I should end this video with a walk, because that is another way I kind of get myself in a good place. And I'm so grateful for the messages of support I've got. A lot of people completely get it, and there are people who are also caregivers, and it's really easy to become overwhelmed. And one of the things that I think is really important to do is actually have some time for yourself. And so I've been quite self-indulgent, and this is a bit of a self-indulgent video because I just have just showed a few bits and pieces. I've been pottering around and just getting my headspace right so that I can actually make a video that is a little more focused about, you know, spinning and knitting and various things like that. So thank you for being lovely and wonderful, and if you are a caregiver, bit of self-care, really important. So this is kind of my version of self-care. It's a bit of a weird version of self-care, doing some cleaning and making a cake, but actually I feel so much better for it. So I'm going to finish the video on the last bit of self-care, which will be a walk. So yeah, I'll see you in a minute when we're out on our walk. So we've reached where we're going for a walk. We're going on the Pembrokeshire coastal path. And it's a bit blustery and a bit showery, but I think we're going to have fun, and you know, that fresh air will just blow the cobwebs away. Oh, it feels like it's been a really cobwebby day today. Before I go for my walk, I just wanted to say a very quick thank you to Resource Dragon, who recommended Crowing Hen, her channel, to me. Oh my goodness, I love it. Yes, absolutely my cup of tea, and so lovely to find a channel that I really want to kind of do a deep dive into and watch all her content. So thank you for that recommendation. Well, I'm on the subject of channels and things. If you're not subscribed, it'd be really lovely if you could subscribe. I sort of have decided that actually I'm going to carry on doing this whole YouTube thing because I'm having so much fun. Because at the beginning I wasn't really sure I was going to do it, but yes, of course I am. It's great. I love internet meeting you all, and yes, I'm having a ball, really. Apart from when I'm in a bad mood and don't want to spin, but you know, that's actually not got that much to do with YouTube. I don't think. I think I just given myself too many things to do, and I had been procrastinating about various bits of kind of personal admin, kind of tax forms and things like that. So yeah, I think it was just all a big knock on. I've got some of those things out of the way, and I'm definitely feeling like yeah, I want to get the wheel out again and really sort of play around with it. And I did actually get the knitting out, was it yesterday or the day before, and sort of cracked on with one of my projects. So without further ado, let us get out the car and go for a walk. The Pembrokeshire Coastal Path runs 180 miles from St Dogmael's in the north to just beyond Tenby in the south, and it takes in some of the most spectacular coastline that you'll find in Wales. Around every corner there's a stunning view. There are beaches and hidden coves. The coastal path is famous for its flowers in spring, the sight of nesting birds on the offshore islands, and if you're really lucky, in the autumn you'll get to see the seal cubs. Today we've come a few miles from home and we're up above Fishguard Bay, and today we can see all the way to Cardigan. On a really clear day you can see all the way to Llyn Peninsula in North Wales. On those days when I feel like I'm walking through treacle, then a quick trip up the road and across the cliff path restores my energy and blows away the blues. I love sharing the beautiful country around where I live with you, and I hope you've enjoyed this little breath of fresh air, and I will see you really soon back in the Fibre Art studio.